A very good evening, Zimbabwe. You are listening to Studio 7 from the Voice of America in Washington on Monday, May 23rd, 2022. And this is Live Talk. I am Kip Stube.
And I'm Marvelous Mhlanga-Nyahuye.
Tonight on Live Talk, we are talking about President Emerson Mnangagwa's trip to Switzerland, where he is attending this year's edition of the World Economic Forum. Several heads of state and government, business executives, NGO representatives, and others are attending the summit.
Some of the issues being discussed at the World Economic Forum include the Russia-Ukraine war, spiraling prices of fuel and basic commodities worldwide, climate change, and other issues. In its website, conveners of the summit said the International Monetary Fund's forecast global growth in 2022 at 4.4% needs to be revised downwards as the war in Ukraine is hitting hard in many economies.
According to Zimbabwe's Foreign Affairs Minister Frederick Shaba, President Emerson Mnangagwa is expected to discuss various issues with his counterparts and business executives intending to invest in the Southern African nation. But critics say Zimbabwe first needs to get its economic fundamentals in order before attempting to attract any foreign direct investment.
Meanwhile, some of ZANU-PF activists are in Davos, Switzerland, and they are staging protests outside the venue of the World Economic Forum summit. They're urging the West to remove targeted sanctions imposed on some top ZANU-PF officials, claiming that they are devastating the country. The West imposed the targeted sanctions on ZANU-PF officials following allegations of vote buying and human rights abuses.
Yebo hambe mahlaba ezulwini njani lapha likhona endaweni zonke zomhlaba ezijiyeneyo. Namhla kuhlelo Live Talk sikhuluma ngomhlangano we-World Economic Forum. Siyakwazi-ke ukuthi umongameli Emerson Mnangagwa usemhlanganweni lo okhona ngale eDavos kwele Switzerland. So kuningi-ke okhangelelwe ukuthi kuzakhulunywa emhlanganweni lo. Kugoqela-ke khonokho okwenzakala kwele Ukraine okulempi enye emangalisayo. Ele Russia siyakwazi ukuthi lahlasela ele Ukraine. Lisithi lifuna ukuvimba ukuba ilizwe leli lingangeni ku-NATO. So-ke sikhuluma-ke okwamanje iRussia sihluthune lesigodlo esinye-ke esithize khona ngale-ke kwele Ukraine, kumbe ngithi idolobha elikhulu okuthiwa yi-Mariupol. Sibonile njalo lamasotsha akwele Ukraine sezinikela kubutho le-Russia esithi hhayi sebebhonjwe ukwenela, hhayi catshe kwenye indawo lapho kwembiwa khona insimbi. So-ke kukhanya ngazani impilo iyaphambili sibili. Lokhu kukhanya kuzabe kumqoka abantu babekhuluma ngakho okunye okumangalisayo. So-ke siyabona njalo-ke uPresident Emerson Mnangagwa kuthiwa uzakhulumisana labanye bakhe ukuthi phela bezwe ukuthi kume njani ezomhlaba. Lapha sikhuluma-ke ngento zokukhudumala komkhathi, ngesilungu okuthiwa yi-climate change. Kuzobuya-ke lokunye-ke ukuthi amafutha ezimota akhuphuka okunye okumangalisayo okwenza ukuthi kukhuphuke intengo yempahla emazweni wonke. Siyabona njalo-ke i-International Monetary Fund ibeke ukuthi umhlaba wonke jikelele uzabona-ke ukuthuthuka komnotho okuzafika 4.4%. Kodwa bathi lokho kumele ukuthi kukhangelwe kuhlolisiswe ngoba khanya ngazani kuningi okwenzakala e-Ukraine okwenza ukuthi umhlaba wonke jikelele ube enkathazweni. So-ke siyabona njalo-ke ukuthi umongameli Emerson Mnangagwa ulakho ukuthi akhulumisane labadabuka kwamanye amazwe ngokuthi bayitshala imali yabo kwele Zimbabwe. Kodwa-ke abachothoza lokho bathi hhayi phela kumele kuqale kulungiswe okuningi kungakenziwa konke lokhu. So silethemba lokuthi lizangena kuhlelo kulamanje sixoxe ngalokhu lokunye okujiyeneyo. Lingakhohlwa lokuthi eZimbabwe sikhuluma kunje kuyafiwa. Nxa sikhangela-ke intengo yempahla enjengesinkwa kuze kuye impuphu lokunye ikhuphuka okumangalisayo Marvelous. So kuningi kakhulu-ke esiyakuxoxa namhlanje labantu asebekhona khona.
Aiwa, tinokuchingamidzai pano pachirongwa chedu cheLive Talk nhasi tiri kutarisa isu musangano mukuru weWorld Economic Forum uri kuitwa iwo kuDavos kuSwitzerland. Tiri kuona kuti pari zvino mutungamiri wenyika vaEmerson Mnangagwa vasvika kumusangano uyu, uyezve tichange tiri kutarisa kuti zvii zvichange zviri kukurukurwa, uyezve kuti Zimbabwe ingawanikwe ichibatsirika sei kubva kune zviri kuitika kumusangano uyu. Tinoona pari zvino pane dzimwe nhengo dzeZANU-PF dziri kumusangano uyu dziri kukurudzira nyika dzepasi rose kuti vawanikwe ivo vachibvisa zvirango zvakatemerwa nyika yeZimbabwe, uyezve vari pamusangano uyu vari kuratidzira vari panze. Tichange zvakare tiri kutarisa isu zviri kubuda kumusangano uyu uyo uri kuti iwo upfumi hwepasi rose huri kuwanikwa iwo huchidzikira pamusoro pehondo iri pakati perussia neukraine. Vari kutaura ivo kuti pari zvino International Monetary Fund iri kuti iyo upfumi hwenyika hwasvika pa4.4%, uyezve hunofanira kunge huchiwanikwa huchidzikira nenyaya iyi yekuti hondo iri kuitika muUkraine iri kuramba iyo ichiwanikwa iyo ichikanganisa zvinhu nyanya zveupfumi pasi rose. Saka tichange tiri kutarisa kuti zvii zviri kubuda kumusangano uyu, uyezve kuti uchabatsira here zvizvarwa zveZimbabwe. Tiona kuti munyika pari zvino mitengo yezvinhu zvakadai sechingwa nezvimwewo zvekudya huri kuwanikwa iwo huchiramba huchikwira, uyezve takaona hurumende iro svondo rapfuura tichitaura kuti richange richibvumira vanhuwo zvavo kuti vawanikwe ivo vachipinza zvekudya pasina mutengo uye wetax kana kuti kubvisiswa duty pamabhodha zvakadai sezvinhu zvinenge raisi, upfu, shuga nezvimwewo. Saka tichange tiri kutarisa kuti izvi zvakamira sei, uyezve kuti musangano uyu weWorld Economic Forum uchabatsira sei Zimbabwe.
Yes, we know that according to the Zim Live online publication, President Emerson Mnangagwa actually hired a plane, when he went to Davos. So according to their estimates, a lot of money is going to be spent here. So, but sometimes you spend more in order to get more gains. But at times it doesn't work at all. To join this discussion right now, we've got our two guests, Dr. Simbama Vaza of ZANU-PF and Professor Elliot Masocha. He's based here in USA. So welcome to the program, Dr. Mavaza.
Thank you, Gibbs. Welcome, Zimbabwe.
Thank you so much, and welcome, Professor Elliot Masocha.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me, and thank you, Zimbabweans.
Yeah, I think we will start with Dr. Mavaza, who is in Switzerland right now. So tell us about the situation right now there in Switzerland, Dr. Mavaza.
Thank you so much. The situation is today the president touched down in Davos with a very strong delegation comprising the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Frederick Shava, the Minister of Industry, Madam Sekai Nzenza, and the Minister of Finance, Professor Mtuli Ncube, and a number of dignitaries. We have come specifically to showcase the position of Zimbabwe, and to tell the world that Zimbabwe is open for business, and that despite that the world economy is going down because of the problems in Ukraine and in Russia, Zimbabwe offers an alternative, that while we are looking in the other sides, we can still come to Zimbabwe with our industries, with our companies, with our business people to start, invest, and put a life in Zimbabwe, because we are peaceful and we are waiting for people to come and start to revamp our economy. Because at the moment, the whole world, the economy is going down. But there is a chance for economy to go up if we all invest in Zimbabwe. This is the way, that this is the cry which the president has, and is saying that Zimbabwe is open for business. And yes, it's built by its own people, but it's invested by people who are here today, who would come and attend and see what Zimbabwe offers, and hear what the Minister of Finance is offering to protect their funds, what the Minister of Industry and Commerce is offering to support their industries if they want to start them in Zimbabwe, and what the Minister of Finance is, Minister of Foreign Affairs is going to say about peace and protection of our foreign investors who will come to Zimbabwe. So it is quite a very important meeting, and a very important environment for Zimbabwe to be here to showcase and indeed to find ways of revamping our economy and making the Zimbabweans happy again.
Yes, thank you very much. Marvelous, you may chip in there, and let's hear what Mr. Mavaza can also say.
Dr. Mavaza, vamwe vari kushora vachiti ivo vaMnangagwa vakaenda ivo vane vanhu vakati one day, uyezve apo nyika upfumi hwenyika uri kuenda kumawere, zvichabatsira here kuti vange vari pamusangano uyu?
Chekutanga ndechekuti Mav, kana muchinge maenda kunokukudza hove hauende uri woga, unoda vanhu vanobata maneti, vanobata mambure, mumwe anenge ari pakati, mwe ari kunze, mwe ari pakona. Saka munoenda makawanda kuti mubate hove dzakawanda. President vauya nevanhu vakawanda, kwete vakawanda sekutaura kunoita nhunzva dziri kunze uku, asi vauya nevashoma vatakusanangurirai, minister weforeign affairs, minister wezvemari negurukota rezvinoona nezvekunze nevanyori vairi, vamwe vese vanochengetedza mutungamiri wenyika nemakurukota edu. Saka kwaya vamwewo vane mabhizinesi ekuzimbabwe vari kuda kuzotengesa mabhizinesi avo kuno nekutengawo zviri kuno. Saka kana vachinge mabuda vaita kuno, hakusi kuuya kuzozorora kana kutandara, asi kuuya kuzotsvagira Zimbabwe rugare, kuzotsvagira ivo vari kunyunyuta, vari kuchema-chema kuti vazoenderei vakawanda. Haungaende uri mumwe chete kunokukudza, nekuti kukudza mambure anobatwa neakawanda. Ndo pfungwa tatoda tichimboziva kuti we have got a very clever, a very wise and an understanding president. So he cannot travel alone when he needs 3 people to help him carry the net. And this is the reason why we have got 3, 4 or 5 dignitaries supporting this issue for Zimbabwe, for us, and for you, and for me.
Yes, thank you very much. Let's bring in Professor Elliot Masocha to hear, what is going to say about this summit. So, Professor Masocha, I think you've seen year in, year out this Davos summit, and we know this year or today, President Mnangagwa is in Switzerland. So, give us your take on this issue.
I think it's a good meeting, for any government to attend, and also, whenever they attend, they really have to, see how much they are going to spend there. Instead of maybe going with, private jets or hiring planes, they can actually to show their commitment on the Zimbabwean. I think I propose that they may, decide next time to go with just, public, planes. And, I was listening to Dr. Mavaja, thank you for being here as well. But to blame the war in Ukraine as the only cause of the downfall of the Zimbabwean economy, I'm sorry to say it's 100% wrong, because that's not the beginning of the Zimbabwean economy, going down. It has been going down for the Russian invasion of Ukraine that really recently started on February 4th. So let's call a spade if we want to solve our problems, instead of just being cheerleaders. When we really know the truth and we try to hide the truth, it's a good meeting to go. And I don't know what came out of it last year. I don't know, what we expect to get from that meeting. Of course, there are people with money, there are non-governmental organizations, governments, banks, investors, the World Bank, IMF is there, but I don't think any of say borrowing money as other governments are going to try money, because we don't have a good record.
Yeah, in fact, you are getting cut off. I think you are right that you can remove your earphones, maybe.
Okay.
Just remove everything so that we can talk to you directly, because sometimes you are a little bit bumpy, and
Do you
let's
hear me
just go
well?
as it is. Yeah, so let's go ahead. Maybe now we can give it a try. Just want to go ahead. But we heard exactly what you're saying, that Dr. Mavaza should not blame the Ukraine war on everything that is happening in Zimbabwe. So why are you saying that?
Well, the Ukrainian war started on February 24th, right? And by February 24th, is he really telling Zimbabweans that the Zimbabwean economy was okay? Before February 24th, it was not okay. Okay, let's be honest with ourselves if we want to solve problems here. Way before the Ukrainian war that started on February 24th, the Zimbabwean economy wasn't, going on good. And it was not good for the auction of the foreign currency auction, where they were auctioning money they did not have, and then expect businesses to succeed. How can they succeed when they have been sold money that is not there? They will go on the black market and then buy the US dollar very much expensive, and thereby fueling price increases. Let's call a spade here. So the Ukrainian war came and made things worse. It made things worse for Zimbabwe and for other countries as well. Things are not that much good. But what solutions do we have besides the Davos meeting here? And I don't know what we may expect to get from Davos meeting, because it's not going to be an easy thing. And I know for sure the Zimbabwean government is not going to come back with investment right away. They may come with promises, but if anybody wants to set up an internet business, they will either come to Zimbabwe or send their representative to do what is called a pestle analysis. They are also going to be advised by their embassies who know the situation on the ground. Our currency is not doing well, for investors to jump into Zimbabwe. I know for sure countries with economic problems are very fertile in terms of investments. But then we look at our currency itself. Is it able to hold value? Can an investor come and do business in Zimbabwe right now when the government will just wake up one day and say, banks are not supposed to lend money to businesses with immediate effect? I think if we want investors to come to Zimbabwe, let's remove that with immediate effect, because as far as I know business myself, they have a lot of other places to go where things are managed in a very transparent way, where people are warned that by this time we are going to do this, but a lot of with immediate effect. And then one thing that I was asking myself is that when that happens, we don't even hear the Minister of Industry and Commerce. What does he say in terms of the negative effects of businesses? Shouldn't they be working together, the Minister of Industry and Commerce and International Trade with the Minister of Finance? Because it seems the Minister of Finance really doesn't know the extent to which businesses are affected by some of those announcements they make, some of those policies they make and say with immediate effects. So if investors are going to be following all that, I don't think they will really come to Zimbabwe much as we expect. Zimbabwe is open for business, of course, but if there are going to be laws that are going to, affect businesses with immediate effect, Zimbabwe is not open for business yet. Let's qualify that statement and really make it transparent to everybody what it means.
Thank you very much, Professor Masocha. Stay on the line there. Let's have another guest, and that is our third guest. Go ahead, Marvelous. Go ahead and talk to our third guest.
Vasiya Mpondo, tikuona pane musangano mukuru uri kuDavos weWorld Economic Forum. Imi sebato reCCC munoona musangano uchibatsira here Zimbabwe?
Well, ndinotenda, and I would want to greet all viewers and listeners of the program. Right, so takatarisana nechirongwa chekuDavos. Chirongwa chinenge chakanaka chakaumbwa kuti chibatsire nyika dzepasi rose mukuvandudza economy uye mukuvandudza nharaunda in terms of the environment. Asi kana tazotarisana nechimiro chedu isusu seZimbabwe, muchaona kuti hatina zvakanyanya zvatino benefita kubva kuchirongwa ichi. Nekuti isusu mamiriro akaita upfumi hwedu uye mamiriro akaita mapolicies atinawo, muchaona kuti even Davos ikauya nema activities nema programs anenge akanaka kana kuti any form of my engagements avanenge vanonowana ikoko, muchaona kuti zvese zvinofa pasina anything chaitika. Why? Because sekutaura kwaita mutauri abva kunonotaura izvezvi, we don't have money, atina hurongwa huripo hunobatsiridza kuti vaya vanoda kuuya kuzoinvesta munyika medu vange vaine chivimbo chekuti mainvestment avo avachaita achavapa pundutso. So muchaona kuti tiri kungoendawo kuDavos kuti tinonotorwawo mapicture, tizotaurawo nhengeri propaganda dzatinenge tichitaura kuti no, we are engaging and all that stuff, but kutaura chokwadi chaizvo kumhuri yeZimbabwe ndechekuti kuDavos hakuna chakanaka chichabuda chichabatsira nyika inoyi, nekuti mapolicies atinawo right now haape chivindi chekuti vaya vanoda kuzoinvesta mari dzavo kuno, vanoda kuzoita business munyika medu muno vange vachiuya vakasununguka uye vaine temba neshuwa yekuti zvichavapa chimuko mune zvese zvavanenge vachiita. Saka sekuona kwedu pane zvakawanda zvinoda kuti zvivandudzwe, zvinoita kuti zvikwezve kana kudana ma-investors mazhinji kuti anga achita sei anga achatevera, because kune mamwe ma-investors asitombori kuDavos kwacho ikoko, but nokuburikidza nekuona kwavanenge vachiita ma-programs nokuti ndiani anenge ari kwekoko, you find out kuti vamwe vacho vanotova interested, vaona kuti alright it's okay, kunyika uku kuri kuofwa zvakadai, so mi-environment yacho yakamira sezvizvi, saka vanhu vanopedzisira vaita sei vauya pachezvavo. But pari zvino aiwa hatione kuti ma-conditions atinawo munyika medu kuti haana kusunungukira ma-investors akawanda kunge vawanikwa vachiuya munyika medu vachiita ma-investments.
So are you saying that this is a waste of time?
Oh yeah, definitely. To me, I think this is a waste of time. We could have improved in terms of our policies before we could go to Davos, because we are expecting to go and attract more investors to come and invest in our country. But if we go to Davos just like we did, without really sorting out the economic fundamentals and the background of doing business within our country, then definitely that's a waste of time. No one will even follow us back here.
What's your suggestion here?
Right, my suggestion is very simple. Let's go global. Let's make sure that we put in place policies that attract foreign direct investment without really compromising ourselves. Really, we can strike a balance of attracting investors in our country and also protecting our national sovereignty and making sure that we are not giving away our resources that cheap the way that we are seeing right now.
Yes, siyamuzwa lapha ke umnumzana Siyampondo uyakhuluma sibili ukuthi okuhluphayo ikhona ukuthi kunenge okumele kwenziwe eZimbabwe kungakayenziwa lokho kuthiwa i-foreign direct investment. So mavela siqhubeka ke lo mabaza khonapho nangikhonapho ke ixoxo. Sorry, qhubeka mavela.
Dr. Manzwa zvanga zviri kutaurwa navaSiyampondo ve-CCC Coalition for Change vari kuti kwavari mapato anopikisa musangano uya waone uchizounza pundutso kuZimbabwe, uyezve tanzwa Profesa Masocha vachitaura zvimwezvo kuti dai pawanikwa ipo pachigadziriswa mapolisi ekuti kana munhu aunza mari yake kana bhizinesi rake muZimbabwe anozokwanisa kunge achiita mabasa ake asingatyire kuti mari yake inozonyudzwa. Pane zvamuri kuita here kana zviri kunyatsotaurwa pari zvino kuti tione mapolicies emunyika achichinja? Takanyanyotarisa nezveupfumi.
Chekutanga rega ndimbopindura zvishoma zvataurwa navaMasocha. VaMasocha vashandisa muromo kunzwa pane kuti vashandise nzeve. Handina kuti Zimbabwe yatambudzwa nehondo kuRussia. Ndatini hondo yekuRussia yakonzera upfumi hwepasi rese kuti hudzikire. The global economy has gone down. This is one of the topics they are going to discuss today, or they've discussed actually between 1330 and 1445. So it was an hour 30 minutes given to the globe to talk about the effects of the Russian war. This is not the global effects. This is the Zimbabwean effect. So VaMasocha ndaenda kumbira because vateerera nenzeve nekuti vanga vachinyebera vana veZimbabwe hatina kutaura saizvozvo. Asi kuna vakuru vaSiyampondo veCCC zvinonetsa svisimazve kuti pfungwa shoma dzinoremera vatenzi nebasa. Hurumende yeZimbabwe iri kuedza kuti vanhu vauye kuzovhura mabhizinesi, kuzogadzirisa upfumi hweZimbabwe muZimbabwe, kuti pawanga wadzika pasi usimudzirwe. Imi muona munhu werimwe bato rinopikisa kuti musauye because munyika medu hamuna kumira zvakanaka. Ndibaba rudzii vanoti musape vana vangu chikafu nekuti poto ine tsvina. Gesaka poto yacho taura uri munyika mako, ko kunodedzera uri kunze uko kunge chana chakapembedzwa nemukomana wamai. Azvinzwaro munyika yababa. Tinofanira kubatana sevana veZimbabwe kuti tivake. But chepiri, hongu kune mitemo esemubvunzo wawaita uri kugadziriswa nehurumende wekuti zvinhu zvigadzirike. Zvakaitika masvondo matatu apfuura, hurumende payakati mabhengi tombomira kupa vanhu zvikwereti. Yanga isiri mutemo wekudzvinyirira vanhu, waiva mutemo wekubatanidza kuti mari igoramba iripo, isarambe ichitengeswa nevanhu vanga vari kutora kana kuti mukana wekubira hurumende nekubira mabhengi through the borrowing system. Asi hurumende yaona kuti takasika kudambura mutsipa tisati tatsika makumbo ejongwe yakambomira ikati aiwa ngatimbomirai timbokweretesanai futi tichigadzirisa mutemo inorambidza kuti vanhu vatore advantage of the monetary system yedu. Saka kana hurumende inoteerera ikaunza epolisi ikaona kuti inenge isiri kushanda zvakanaka, haibva yaita nharo kana kuita nhundira mutsime kuti handibve pano ndindazvitaura, aiwa inoshanduka kuti zvandakataura nezuro hazvingaenderere mberi, ngatishandukei. So hurumende yeZimbabwe ma-economical policies avo anenge vachiita haasi kuitwa kuremedza vana veZimbabwe, haasi kuita kurambidza vanhu kuuya kuzotanga mabhizinisi. Zvinorwadza kana kushatirisa kunzwa murume mukuru achiti musave kuZimbabwe hakusati kwamira zvakanaka. Zimbabwe haifanirwe kuti tirwisane tigourayana kuitira kuti mumwe munhu agotonga, achidi simba kusvika pamukana wekuti vanhu ngavafe economically, vanhu ngavaende mugwagwa. Hazvishande zvichidaro. Uyezve kuna Professor Masocha hachisi chokwadi kuti kuno kurikuitwa inonzi propaganda kana kuti gudza mukanwa. Chokwadi Tete Mavhu ndechekuti sekuti varamboita masikati atoti mastakeholders vanga vari kukurukura nenyaya yekuti togadzirisa sei pasi rese kuti vanhu nyaya dzekufambirana nenyaya dzevanhu vanouya kuzoona mudzimwe nyika yatingati tourism yanga yakuvadzwa ndeyadamburwa makumbo segurwe nekuda kwecovid, tozvigadzirisa sei? They are coming up with policies that would include a resolution yekuti toti vanhu vasina kubayiwa vafambe here kana kuti vakabayiwa, kana kuti toita sei kuti tizive kuti chirwere hachicharoendera mberi asi upfumi hausi kuurayiwa. This hazvina basa nekuti Zimbabwe yatuma munhu 1 kana 3, zvinoaffecta Zimbabwe. So it has to be there, it has to make a decision, it has to vote for it, it has to have a say because it affects it. Chepiri tangati kutaura nenyaya yeglobal recession yakonzerwa nehondo yatanga kuUkraine neRussia. Hatina kuti hondo yakonzera Zimbabwe yauraya Zimbabwe chete, ayo pasi rese. Kana America kwamuri vari kutochema nemudumbu nekuti Russia payakadzvanya pari kurwadza. Saka isi tiri kuti aiwa tichataurwa svondo rineri kuti todini, togara pasi totaurirana tava vanhu vakuru, Russia nenyika dzese, toregedza kurwisana kuti vana vepasi rose vakure zvakanaka. Asi ndati tiongorere panyaya iyi Tete ndechekuti kana the whole summit yakaungana vanhu kuno iri kutaura kuti every country is being affected economically, but kana vakomana vekuCCC vatingati nunzatonza idzi kana vaakutaura zvoita kunge zvinonzi iZimbabwe yega ine upfumi huri kuenda pasi. Aiwa, chikonzero chavaungana vanhu nhasi ndechekuti nyika dzese upfumi huri kuwira pasi. Chepiri tinoda kuti vamuongorere kuti makore ese Zimbabwe payauya kumusangano wakadai so pane zvizhinji zvakachinja, asi iko zvino izvi kake chipiri Zimbabwe ichiuya under the new dispensation. Kekutanga it was 2019, 2020 hatina kuzouya in 21 nekuda kwechirwere chedziwa mupengo, asi mutungamiri wenyika azouya nhasi. Gore rakaenda chichakaitika, takaita vano ma-investors akauya akawanda, takataura nenyaya yekupomona kuti vari kugadzira magetsi kubva mutsvina inenge ichiraswa.
Yes, we actually understand all that, Dr. Mavaza, but I mean, the bottom line here is there's an issue concerning this mantra saying Zimbabwe is open for business. How can you be open for business when you have got some ethics that are passed in the country? Like what the professor was saying, that you know, one day you just wake up and say, you know, banks shouldn't lend people money. Then you reverse that immediately and come out with other laws. So a country where there are so many laws confuses the investor. How best can President Mnangagwa handle that while in Davos? Or he won't be able to do that? Just briefly, so that we can go back to Professor Masocha.
Yeah, we shall not be confused by the confusion of the confused Professor Masocha. He is confused. The laws,
but maybe can you lay your facts instead of maybe throwing around some of those things?
No.
Yes.
The laws of the country, the laws of the country are made to protect the country. When your country is open for business, you don't just say, come here, do what you want. There are no laws because I'm open for business. We are open for business at our terms. And our terms are the laws which are set. If the laws are difficult, we discuss, we see where is it difficult for you to come and invest. And it's not true to say they just wake up in the morning and you find the law done. We do what is called a statutory instrument. It is a law which is set down, are done, and approved quickly by the parliament and on minister's recommendation. So it is wrong for the war professor to tell the world that Zimbabwe is a confused system of law. That is an insult, not to me, not to you, but to Professor Masocha and every Zimbabwean. It is wrong.
Let's get him rolling. Let's hear his side of the story, because all what I heard was that you are saying these laws are too many, and at the end of the day, they are so devastating. Professor Masocha, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Thank you, Dr. Mavaja. What I'm not happy with, what I'm not satisfied with is the type of language you use, and then you turn around and say Zimbabweans should be united. When you call other people, Nunza Tunza, sorts of things, that's not the language we use to build Zimbabwe. That's not the language for Zimbabweans open for business. If we are all Zimbabweans, we should talk nicely to each other. I am a Zimbabwean. I don't belong to any political party. Even if I was born and raised in Zimbabwe, but to hear you, mentioning those words to some other Zimbabweans who have a different point of view from you, I don't think it's a good thing. But anyway, Davos is not the only place that Zimbabwe, should market itself. Okay. It's not the way that we should market. We should not wait to go to Davos to market Zimbabwe. We've been failing to market what we have in Zimbabwe. For example, the Great Zimbabwe ruins, the only country in the world that is a name, from a national monument. But it seems like it's not existing. We have a lot to attract investors without even going to Davos. And I'm not saying we should not go to Davos. And I'm not saying, I'm confused. Neither am I going to tell you that Dr. Mavaja, you are confused, because you are not. Because you are Zimbabwean, because I love you like the same way I love Zimbabwe. So if you want to debate with me, please, let's talk nicely. Okay, because we all love Zimbabwe. I'm not saying whatever I'm saying. I'm not saying that it's supposed to destroy Zimbabwe. I'm not calling for any sanctions. Absolutely not. I'm giving my point of view in what you call a democracy. So, you were saying I'm confused because in Davos you're going to talk about the global economy. Then on another side, you say we're going to say, talk about attracting investors to Zimbabwe. So I don't understand that. And the laws that have been there in Zimbabwe ever since, it's not me starting to say that. It has been said many other times by business people themselves. They have said that. Big business in Zimbabwe have said that. So I'm just repeating what has been said by those that are practicing business in Zimbabwe. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, we hear you, Professor. So let's bring in Siampondo before we go to Dr. Mavaza. So Siampondo, I think uyazizwela konke okukhulunywa ke lapha nguProfessor Masocha, njalo kubekhuluma uDr. Mavaza ekhuluma ngokuthi kumele abantu bayenzeni kwezethu beyitshala imali yabo kwele Zimbabwe. Uthi hayi, wena okukhulumayo lokukhulunywa nguSiqamfundo uMasocha kungana kuzwakali, kungani lishaya egangeni sibili. Kodwa-ke uProfessor Masocha uthi hayi phela nxa abantu bekhulumisana enkundleni enje akumelanga bethethisane, kumele abantu bekhulume kuhle bezwanane ngoba abantu bonke ngabeZimbabwe. So akukhuluma lapho uMasocha ukuthi umnotho weZimbabwe awubhidlikanga namhlanje, awubhidlikanga ngesikhathi kusanda ukuhlaselwa kwele Russia, kukhona okukhona. So at the end of the day, what's your belief in terms of Zimbabwe attracting investment? Is that possible? Is it going to happen? If it happens, what's the force behind it? If it doesn't happen, why?
Thank you very much, Gibbs. We are not going to be drawn into the verbal diarrhea which Dr. Mavaza is used and grown up into. Who always be civil as Zimbabweans, and some of us we have never known violence in its various manifestation, be it through the language that we use or the physical one. But just to complement what the professor said, there's a way and manner of engagement that we have to ensure as Zimbabweans. For us, as a principle, to have a self-respect and a respect of fellow Zimbabweans. That one, if we build on that one, I tell you, it's even easier to convince even foreigners to come and work with us, because they know and they see the way we treat and talk to one another. But yes, of course, we have some bad apples within our people and our citizens. We have to forgive them. As for Dr. Mabasa, it's rather unfortunate. He sets a very bad example of that kind of citizens that we don't like in our midst. But coming back to what you have said, I'm going to maintain my position, and also to clear to Dr. Mabasa and the likes who have a passion of twisting effects. I said, and I never said, investors are not supposed to come in Zimbabwe. We want investors because we want our country to prosper. We want our citizens and everyone to enjoy the goodness of the resources that we possess. But I am clear over the policies that we have right now. No matter how we are going to appear, and if we do not work on the policies that we have, trust me, we are not going to attract any meaningful investment. We are not going to attract anyone. So it is incumbent upon us as a nation to come up with an agreed policy of doing business. What is it that we want our country to look like? What are the laws that we really want? So the first port of call is ensuring that we come up with an investment portfolio which is going to draft laws, regulations, and policies that are going first to safeguard us as a nation, number one, and also to ensure that those who come within our doors and boundaries, they are given that assurance that for what you are going to invest in the nation, you are going to get exactly as what we would have agreed. No one is calling for someone to stay away from the country, but we are actually encouraging ourselves to sit down, come up with approaches and strategies of ensuring that we capture each and every investor out there, but to come and work on our conditions. So if you look at what's happening right now, the way we are being milked dry by the Chinese and other nationalities, you will see that we are losing so much. Why? Because we do not have a policy framework that is guiding how our resources are being mined, and also the investment are back within the system and the communities where those resources are being extracted from. So the point here, it remains, as a nation, we have to sit down, come up with our policies and investment regulations that are going to safeguard us as a nation, and also make sure that those who are coming to have to do business with us, they will have confidence that their investment is going to be respected, and no surprises, overnight surprises that that will come their way, that will shock them into maybe having that capital flight and the ills that we are having right now. So I will also concur with the professor that we really need to come up with policies that are good, and also that shows that we have an undertaking to ensure that we mean it when we say Zimbabwe is open for business. But as of now, I think we are closed because mainly of the policies that we have, not because there is someone who's saying, please stay away. No, the policies that we have on our own are making, they're the ones which are
Thank you.
chasing people away.
Thank you very much. Maybe Marvelous, we can chip in there.
Yes, ndachida kunzwa kuna vaSiyampondo kuti muri kutaura imi kuti pane mimwe mitemo yamunofungidzira kuti dai hurumende yawanikwa ichidzika kuitira kuti avo vanoita mabhizinesi vanobva kunze vawanikwa ivo vane confidence yekuti vauye muzimbabwe vachiita mabhizimisi aya. Ndeipi mitemo iyi uyezve ingagadziriswe sei pane zvatiri kuona tanzwa vamavaza vachiti ikoko kuDavos kwavari vari kuedza kuti vataurirane pakati pemakurukota, vataura kuti kuna Vantuli Ncube, kuna Amai Nzenza uyezve kuna Vashava, asi zvimwe zvingaitwe munyika zvinoita kuzoti vanobva kunze vawanikwe ivo vachida kuuya vachiita mabasa imomo.
Right, so chekutanga we have to come up with tinofanira kunge tiine investment portfolio kana kuti mitemo yakajekera vanhu vese. Kana vanhu vachima investors kana vachiuya ngazvinge zvakajeka kumunhu wese achinyatsonzwisa kuti right tine macategories akadai, so kana tine mhando dzakasiyana siyana nema andikati benefits atinoisa, kana kuti handiti kana uchiredza zviya there's a bait yaunoisa. So tiri kuti painvestment tiri kupa vanhu matax holidays here, kana kuti vanhu ivavo havabhadhare matax kwenguva yakati neyakati. Tiri kuda kuti tizive kuti kana band racho tichiti you are coming in for a tax holiday, muri investor tichida kuti mupinde, for how long are you going to operate without paying tax? And matax holidays yayo ngaange asina kunyatsokureba sterek. And kana pane tax cut, we have also to understand and know the percentage that we are going to use. But all right, it's okay. If this organization is coming and they are applying for a tax cut, this is how much we are going to allow my tax cuts. We know, all right, it's okay. If you want to invest in our country, we will give you a tax holiday maybe of a year or 2 or 5, depending on what vamwe vanogona kusapiwa iri tax holiday but vanongopiwa angori matax cuts. So that's ndo zvatiri kuti isusu mitemo iyo ngainge iri yakajeka. Tizive izvozvo, tizive kuti manhengeri machina ari munyika iwaya ane matax holiday here kana kuti ane matax vanobhadharawo tax here, hatizivi. Saka izvozvo ndo zvatiri kuti ngazvinge zvakajeka, zvinotibatsira isusu kuti protector as a nation, kuti hatisi kubirwa senyika. Anditi muri kuona tikapawo matax cuts zvinobatsirawo mainvestors vanenge vachiuya kuti apa vanenge vachiita se vanorealizawo tumaprofits twavo, pane kuti vanhu zviri kuitika right now kuti machina hatizivi kuti vari kubhadhara tax here kana kuti ringotorwa zvichingoiswa muhomwe yemumwe munhu. So all that ndo mitemo yatiri kuda kuti vana vaZimbabwe vange vachiziva kuti alright izvi ndo zviri kuitika se zviri kuitika munyika mavo. And tikawana transparency idzodzo muchaona kuti zvimwe zvezvinhu zvacho zvatiri kunetsana pari zvinapa zvinojekera munhu wese panenge pasina kutukana kana kupopotedzana munyika.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Siampondo. Hold on there. Let's bring in uDokotela Mabaza. So siyabezwa lapha sibili bakhuluma lapho Siampondo kade khuluma ukuthi kwenzakala ukuthi phela kubiswe umthetho wokuthi kungatshalwa njani izimali, kubekwe phansi sibili kukhanye ukuthi kuya ngaphi konke lokho. Kodwa ukuthi ke ngokuhamba kwezinto njalo ngokuma okukhona khona manje isimo kwele Zimbabwe, imithetho ngani ayimanga kahle, njalo ngoba ngaze bekuzama ukulungisa kungeke kwakuya ndawo konke lokho. So Dr. Mabaza, maybe you've been hearing what the two gentlemen are saying, and there you go. So what do you think about what Professor Masocha said, and also Mr. Siampondo, just briefly, and then we'll pose another question.
Thank you. On what Professor Masocha had said and Mr. Siampondo, firstly, they talked about fearing to be violated by the nature of my language. Let me say this clearly. We cannot sit and celebrate when somebody is creating a hole in a boat when we are in the middle of the sea. We will all sink. They cannot come here and tell the world that Zimbabwe have got no laws, Zimbabwe is closed for business, and then smile and want me to look at their faces and smile. That is wrong. They must get something straight in their heads. It is so painful. People are suffering back home because of the Triple C and because of people like Professor Masocha, who comes here, is a professor and tells you, I have heard people saying that we don't talk about what we have heard. We talk about what we know. And he knows nothing and should not say something. But however, what I'm going to say here is, you can see Siampondo, and I will say it without an apology. He is confused. He says the Chinese come, they don't know what they are doing, they are milking us down. Right. If we put the laws to stop the milking down, he complains, your laws are confusing the investors. A country must have laws to make sure their money will remain in their country.
Maybe his question is, do you know the quantity of diamonds that are being mined from Marange and all those kind of things? And why is that not being made public? I think I'm asking that question not only on behalf of Mr. Siampondo, not on behalf of Professor Masocha, but on behalf of Zimbabweans. So maybe that's why there's this kind of big cloud on Zimbabwe. Transparency, accountability, and all those things are very much important in investment.
That's why
your reaction to that.
Yes. If people do not know, they must not say it's not there. They must ask, as we have done. That's better. Not to say there's no laws, people are stealing. No. If you mine diamonds in Zimbabwe, or anything you take from Zimbabwe, you don't set them in your pocket and walk away through somewhere. They go through an airport. They are measured. There are people there who would see what you are taking out. There are laws which govern what must be taken out, what must not be taken out. There are laws which govern how much tax you pay for what other business you are giving into the country and what business you are taking out. There are laws which tells you what percentage remains in the country, what percentage goes out of the country. So the question of whether the supervisory ways which are there to supervise if we are not being cheated by our investment partners, it's a good question and a very genuine one. Yes, in that aspect, we have the laws he is crying about. We have the laws which protects us from these investors. When we have laws which protect us from investors, we have got the very first people, the CCC, to come up and cry through their BT and Chamisa and say the laws are draconic. We do not want people to say what they don't know. The laws are to protect our economy, are to protect our products, whatever we have in our minerals, everything in Zimbabwe. So if people are open to ask, they are allowed to go to the Ministry of Mines and ask how much diamond is leaving the country. Yes, there are some times where people would have some chances to steal the gold, to steal the diamonds. But if they are caught, they will be arrested and they will be tried. If they are found guilty, they'll be convicted and they'll go to prison. So it's not like the government sits and smiles when people are stealing from us. And it's not like what they are saying that because he does not know how the Chinese mine diamonds, then he thinks the diamond is going into the pocket of ZANU-PF people. That is wrong. There are laws governing investments, governing businesses in the country. Now, what we're saying, so that we don't be pulled away from the point Gibbs, is straightforward. What is our purpose in Davos is to show cause that Zimbabwe is open for business. Why do I get angry? Because I've got two big men with big heads coming here and say we are closed for business. We have invested money to come here so that we can tell the world, show the world how we are open for business. We've got children who are 15 years, 18 years, 25, 30 years, who have left classrooms to come to Davos just to say, please, don't sanction our country. Give us a chance. Then we've got a big man who comes here and say, oh, no, give us sanctions. Don't come to Zimbabwe until they show us a law. You don't come up with a law unless you see that it's been broken. The law comes to protect us. So in the on the round, looking at this case on the round, Zimbabwe is open for business. And the opposition is closed for understanding and is closed for knowledge. That's why, as we sit here, as we talk today, I'm just here in Davos, there's not only Zimbabwe here. We've got each and every country represented in Davos. I have told you briefly the topics we've talked about. They are talking about tourism. They are talking about investment. They are talking about oil. They are talking about gas. They are talking about climate change. Everything which is being said here is not only for open for business. It's for survival of an individual country. Zimbabwe is a country which needs the same survival. We cannot survive on our own. I'm saying here, the CCC, I'll say CCC because Siampondo is here. The CCC is supposed to come with a business plan and say, here's our business plan, which we are offering the Chinese. You cannot survive without the Chinese. Chinese is a big economy. That's why Americans deal with Chinese. That's why Russians deal with Chinese.
Thank you.
So in conclusion, why would they want Zimbabwe not to deal with Chinese when everywhere all the democracies are dealing with Chinese? So I'm saying Siampondo must come and say and tell the Zimbabweans what program are they offering the Chinese should they come into power. And my beloved good professor who is afraid of my voice must come and say and tell us Zimbabweans, what plans do you have to have our economy move? That's what we call unity.
Thank
Unity
you.
is not when we destroy our own country. That's not unity. That's
Thank you. Thank you very much. And hopefully, I believe maybe.
Before we go to Professor Masocha, I wanted to ask Dr. Mavaza. Mataura imi kuti pane vana vakauya vari kuti vada kuti masanctions abve. Zvinobatsira here kuti muwane muchiunza vamwe vanenge vari kuratidzira ipo pari kutaurwa kuti pane zviga zvinofanira kugadziriswa neZimbabwe zvakadai sekuremekedza kwekodzero dzevanhu uyezve kusashandiswa kwemapurisa kuti vasunge vamwewo vanenge vachipikisa munyika kuitira kuti zvirango izvi zvibviswe. Kuuya kwevari kuwanikwa vachiratidza panze pemusangano kunobatsira here?
Kunobatsira zvikuru nekuti musangano uyu unosanganisira vanhu vakasiyana siyana vanonyeberwa kunzi kune kodzero dzavanhu dziri kutyorwa, vanonyeberwa kunzi vana vezimbabwe havabvumirwe kufamba kana kuita chii. Saka vakaona vana vezimbabwe vari panze vachitaura kuti tisu vana vezimbabwe tafamba tauya kuzotaura nemi kuti tisu tiri kutambura, saka tinoda kuti mubvise zvamakatemera nyika yedu. Zvinotibatsira uyezve kana makatarisa pane vauya vachibvunzawo vanobva kuBBC, CNN vachitaura nevanga vachiratidzira kuti chii chamuri kutaura, chii chamuda kuti nyika dzigonzwisisa. What is your message? This is the only time vana vedu would be able to address the President Biden of America, President Putin of Russia, and any other president of any other country, and the Prime Minister Boris Johnson of England to say, listen, this is the only time we have a platform to be heard. We can never be heard when we are sitting in Mbari there. We are heard when we are here. And we want to applaud those people who came to say, please stop these sanctions. These sanctions are not politics. Sanctions is murder. It's killing the people of Zimbabwe. And then, Mav, where it angers me and those kids who were out in the rain there, it's because there are men who don't believe that Zimbabwe is suffering because of sanctions. There are men who don't believe, who just believe that Zimbabwe is suffering because of ZANU-PF. That little thinking makes everybody angry. So in short, yes, it does help. And it is
Thank you.
Some countries are now opening doors to negotiate. And again, before you go, Gibbs, the president is not only sitting after his speech, he is negotiating with countries, the other presidents of other countries. He's talking with even those countries we don't normally talk to. He is having meetings. I can give you a schedule of who the president will meet between now and Wednesday.
Yes. So what we'll do is we'll get the schedule when we sign off. So we are remaining with 8 minutes now. I think let's bring in Professor Umasocha. Since we go to Umasocha, uthini yena ngakhonokho-ke ukukhulunywa nguMabaza kodwa-ke I think going forward, Professor Masocha, maybe what do you suggest Zimbabwe should do at Davos? You know, because right now, according to Siampondo, this is a waste of time, and according to you, it doesn't measure up, you know, this kind of thing that they're doing. So what's the way forward?
I think the way forward here is to be very clear what the Zimbabwean government mean when they say Zimbabwe is open for business. I want to see points, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4 of what the statement Zimbabwe, is open for business. Because it did start today. And what did we achieve from that ever since 2017? What did we achieve, with Zimbabwe open for business? Why, is it an argument even now? When some people are saying Zimbabwe is not open for business, and then it seems like that statement is trying to be pushed, under our throats, whether we like it or not, because we're not seeing anything out of it besides just a statement. And Dr. Mavaja may think that investors in Davos don't know what is on the ground in Zimbabwe. They know a lot. They have people right on the ground through embassies. If you go like on CIA, fact book, you will see a lot. There are many sources. The Zimbabwean embassies as well throughout the whole world, they do the same as well to try and market Zimbabwe. So it doesn't mean by going to Davos, you're going to tell the world, you're going to tell those investors brand new things they don't know. They know a lot. Some of us, we belong to Zimbabwe. We go to Zimbabwe, go to my village and see what I have done for my people. I'm not an enemy of Zimbabwe. I'm not your enemy. I have done maybe far much more than what you have done in Zimbabwe with my own money, not donations. I don't hate Zimbabwe. I'm not calling for sanctions. I know for sure that sanctions have never worked, anywhere in the world. I studied that, feeling good. I want sanctions to go. But disagreeing with you does not in any way mean that I'm an enemy of Zimbabwe. Neither am I an enemy of yourself. I am absolutely not confused. I know what I'm talking about. I have business in Zimbabwe that gets so affected when the government just wake up and say, with immediate effect, this happens and this happens. So that's my concern. And I'm just repeating what business people have said in Zimbabwe in the open. Okay. Things just change, and then tomorrow you wake up and change again, and our currency is not holding value. That's one key thing for any investor to look into coming to invest in any country. Right now, I'm in Qatar, right? And I'm well versed with the US economy and many other economies as I teach international business and trade issues. I know what I'm talking about Zimbabwe. I want Zimbabwe to be straight and open to the world. What do you mean when you say Zimbabwe is open for business? I want 5 points from Dr. Mavaja to tell me that we mean 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then I understand.
Yes, siyakuzwa kakhulu ke Professor, sicela ubambe khonapho ke ungayikhatshana. Othi sibise ke ubaba uSiyampondo siyezwa lapha uprofessor uthi phela nxa kuthiwa iZimbabwe is open for business likufaka ku-bullet point 1, 2, 3, 4 likubeka kuhle kube njalo, kodwa ke singazi ukuthi iZimbabwe sikubekile kwaba njalo. So Siyampondo, we are remaining with a few minutes now. What's the way forward here for Zimbabwe?
All right, thank you very much, Gibbs. So I would want to call upon the professor that he should not harden it on Dr. Mavaza, because he's not going to give him those bullet points because he doesn't have any. And when you ask him about what is it that is being done, the laws that we have right now, the percentages in terms of what is going to remain in the country and what does the investor tax, he didn't provide an answer because he doesn't have. So you can really see from the language that he uses, the combative language, the verbal diarrhea that he possesses. He hides through emotions, but rather we cannot explain or define patriotism by insulting one another and all that stuff. But anyway, the way forward, maybe number one, is to avoid taking advice from people like Mavaza, because that will only take the country into deep sorrows and underdevelopment. Because generally looking at him, maybe before even we address him in the general public, personally he's failed. He failed as a lawyer. We have read a lot of articles about him. He can't win even a single case in court. He can't even win a simple maintenance case. But anyway, let me get into the gist of the matter. Is we just need to come up with 30
seconds. 30 seconds.
Yes, we need proper investment policies and rules that will really make sure that, one, we protect ourselves as a nation, and we also protect those who come to do business with us. When we do not have that, we can ramble all we want. We can blame everyone except ourselves. That's like what Mavas is doing. But at the end of the day, it won't give us the prosperity that we are looking for as a Zimbabwe.
Thank you very much. Mr. Dr. Mavas, exactly 1 minute, not 1 minute, 30 seconds. We are about to wrap up the show. Yes.
In 10 seconds, I'm sure you've noticed that Siyampondo wants to talk about verbal diarrhea because he eats diarrhea and he thinks whatever somebody says is taking out what he's taken in. No, we don't eat diarrhea. Secondly, he had touched me personally. Let me answer that personally. He's referring to not an article, a tweet written by Hopewell Chingono, who was responding to an article where I had called him to order because him and the people like these triple C idiots who are busy putting the country down, and we are fighting for it. For your record, go on Google, punch my name, you'll see how many cases I've won and how many people are happy. Yes, there are some cases we have lost. There's no lawyer who wins every case. And to show the ignorance and the confusion of Siampondo, there is no maintenance lawyer in England. Maintenance does not go through lawyers. There's a Department of Maintenance which does not need lawyers.
Thank you. Our time is up, Dr. Mavaza.
I was going to say,
unfortunately, time is not on our side. So we are going to pay you again. I can assure you on Friday, all of you will be here. So as there's no extra time here, unfortunately, we have to end our show here. We thank our guests, Dr. Simbama Vaza of ZANU PF, Professor Masocha, who is here in USA, and Mr. David Siampondo of CCC. And signing off from Washington, this is Kip Stube saying good night. Marvelous.
And I'm Marvelous Mfanganya, who is saying have a very good evening. And tonight, Dr. Masucha was
Thank you so much. Time is out. Time is out. Yes.